It has been far too long since I've done one of these update videos. Going to show you all around Universal Orlando Resort. Going to check out the Potter Coaster, go see the new nighttime show, and see whatever else is interesting here at the resort. Let's kick off this updated video showing off the coolest thing going on right now at the resort, and that is the Potter Coaster. Opening next summer, this thing's going to be amazing. Finally get to start to see it from inside the park. You've got this big building here with the coaster track going through. Let's see if we can get a better view in just a moment or so. So the best view of this comes from the express line of the Hogwarts Express, and it looks really cool. I'm very, very excited about this ride. You can see there's a ton of track. Thing's going to have like 3 or 4 different launch segments, 3 different indoor segments, and it's going to be really awesome. It's an Intamin ride apparently, so it's going to do things like 13 or Bolton and Alton Towers, animatronics. It's going to be really, really neat. You can see some sort of looks like you're going to go under that over there, and you can see clearly some magnets for a launch right there. It's going to be very, very neat. You can only see part of it, but still you get a decent view from over here. And then you can see them tearing apart the old castle. And so that's important too. Anyway, lots of track. It should be a nice long ride. I wish it was an all-indoor ride, just because like right now everything's in a weather closure at Islands of Adventure, which means 70% of the park is down. So I was really hoping this would be all inside. And I do hope they build it up to be more of a terrain coaster as well, but time will tell. But excited about this one. We're gonna move over. Up, there's more stuff over here.
You can see it better.
Yeah, it is snazzy. Now, Molly, does that structure tell you anything? What does that building be in Harry Potter, being the Harry Potter expert?
I have no idea. It's hard to tell with the castle bits.
Yeah,
maybe no, I have no idea.
Yeah, because it looks like you're going to pass through this building twice, once with that high-speed pass-through, and then once again with the launch. So it should be
I was thinking maybe it was going to be the bridge, but I don't know how they would create that into the bridge.
Yeah, neither do I. It should be really neat when this opens next year. Now I want to talk to you guys about the new Universal Cinematic Celebration Show, which is the resort's new nighttime spectacular. It takes place over in Universal Studios Florida in the lagoon, and I actually really enjoyed it. It combines a bunch of different things into one show. You've got about over 100 fountains and water screens. You've got lasers, you've got fireworks, you've got projections on the water screens, you've got projection mappings on some of the buildings around there. Overall, I really enjoyed the show. It is a considerable upgrade over the last 2 nighttime spectaculars. The last 2 nighttime shows I was not a big fan of, the Universal 360 or the Universal Cinematic Spectacular. Wish they would have named it something else, because naming these last 2 shows almost the same exact thing does get kind of annoying. But the show itself it's very, very strong. It's beautiful in parts. There's some parts where it's just fountain and music, and it's just a very, very pretty show. Then they do work in a lot of the different IP from the parks. So you've got segments based on E.T. and Jurassic World, Fast and the Furious, Harry Potter, the DreamWorks movies, which are not really in the parks at this moment. Things like Trolls and How to Train Your Dragon, Kung Fu Panda. You got an Illumination segment with Minions and Sing and the Secret Life of Pets. So there's a bunch of different things in the show. And for me, I quite enjoyed it. I would say it's their best nighttime show since their old Dynamite Nights, which was their jet ski, motorboat explosion stunt show kind of thing they had way back in the 90s. This show, my favorite segment is actually the Trolls segment. It's the segment that works the best. It's very colorful. One knock on this show, I think it focuses a little bit too much on like the center screen. And there's sometimes when you're watching the center screen, you're just kind of watching clips from a movie, that it does feel kind of dull. I think the show works the best when you're watching, one character's on the center screen, one character's on the front screen, and there's something else going on, and the fountains are dancing, and there's projection mapping going on. Now, unlike the other shows, there is a dedicated viewing area in Central Park, which has been blown up and expanded, and it does fit a couple thousand people in there. But just be sure that while you may watch the other shows over by Diagon Alley or in the seating section right next to Transformers, for this show, you really want to be in that viewing area on Central Park to get the best view. But overall, I think this is a great addition to the resort. Really ups their nighttime entertainment game. I give it a big thumbs up. I'm excited to see it on most of my trips to Universal if I'm there in the evening. Whereas with the other shows in the past, I'd probably skip them. So rumors continue to heat up for a Jurassic Park getting a roller coaster style attraction in 2020. I just wandered around a good chunk of the land. I did not see any construction markers myself. I'm a roller coaster guy, so I'd be cool if that does show up, but I did not find any evidence today. These big light poles have shown up in the Central Park area.
which means it's the earliest signs of construction for Halloween Horror Nights. Obviously, this is a scare zone every year. I am very, very excited for Horror Nights this year. It's about a month and a half away, but so far the lineup of houses and stuff looks amazing. I'm a big fan of Stranger Things, so I think that house with the budget they're going to put behind it could be really good. We're expecting some really great puppets for the Demogorgon. And then the original concept stuff sounds fantastic. The Carnival Graveyard and the Slaughter Cinema sounds great too. And I've always loved Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It's something I've always wanted to see come to Horror Nights. Wish it was in a house, but I'll definitely be able to hang out in that scare zone. So excited for Horror Nights, and this is the first sign of that. Over here at the Revenge of the Mummy, they made an interesting change. They got rid of the lockers, so the lockers are no longer out in front of the attraction, and the lockers are in the old extended queue area over there. Frees it up, it makes the entrance a whole lot prettier, makes the area a whole lot prettier. You don't have like that kind of tent thing with some ugly lockers. I like the change, I think it looks really good. Inside the locker area, you got a nice chandelier, and the locker area is very big, very open. It doesn't have that claustrophobia issues that you deal with on, you know, the old Dueling Dragons or Forbidden Journey. So the locker area is really nice. They also have the newer style of lockers, the much smaller ones, where you scan your park ticket instead of the fingerprints. So there ends up being a lot more lockers, and they go a lot quicker. So locker area, pretty solid addition.
While technically not on the resort proper, did get the chance to drive by the new Universal Endless Summer Resort being built on the old Wet n Wild plot, and this resort is really starting to come together. Going to be opening in phases starting next year, and it's going to be super cheap. This thing's going to be priced as like $73 a night. It will be like its lowest nights. That's like nothing for a hotel in Orlando, especially a brand new hotel. They got a giant parking garage going up too. The hotel does look a little prison-y at this point, but hopefully they'll get that fixed out.
Always love coming in the prop shop, and they got a sign here for Psychoscarapy Maximum Madness. That's a haunted house I have not been through yet. I mean, this must be really old, because I've been going every year since 19, and it's on sale for the low price of $600. So if you really, really enjoyed that terrible third Mummy movie, you get this giant banner for like $250. You also have a lot of props over here from the old Triceratops encounter, and if these props are here, that does lend some cadence to the rumors that is becoming a home for a new roller coaster, possibly in 2020. So good thing that these props are moved out. I don't know what you would do with a giant fake bottle of corrosives for $100. A live animal one would be cool if you're like a giant Jurassic Park fan. The biggest thing going on at City Walk right now is that Emerald's is closed, been closed for about a month now. Does not seem to be too much going on from here, on the outside at least. You do see inside, you got some construction tape and things like that. This one is not something I would normally eat at, but I am going to miss the happy hour. It was like the cheapest beer at Universal was the Emerald's happy hour, and now there is no cheap beer at Universal, which makes me sad. Fun new plush here in the Minions gift shop. Unfortunately, it's quite pricey, but it is adorable. Another new one here, a metal sign with the Minions on it, and it does have some different Universal Studios logos on it. Hollywood VillainCon, which of course was in the films, took place in Orlando. Super silly Funland they have out in Hollywood. Neat sign if you're a fan of the films and the parks. Putting the finishing touches on this update by the shot at the Aventura Hotel. This opens in less than 10 days, Universal's newest value hotel. And probably good news for you guys that are coming down here for vacationing. It should be a great option for people staying while you're coming to Universal. What I'm looking forward to is that rooftop bar. You can see it'll be up on that level there. That should be really great. Really great views of Volcano Bay, nighttime fireworks, the town in general. So looking forward to that. That'll do it for this update here at Universal Orlando. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm getting ready. I'm a big fan of Horror Nights, so can't wait for that to open up next month. And we'll see you then. Thanks for watching, everybody.